Welcome to Learn with Spy.
Now we are going to discuss about some JDBC operations like create, insert, drop, alter, and select. Okay, these are the few operations on JDBC we are going to see now. For creating this, we will write the main logic in functions. Means in this Java we will call it as methods. We will write main logic in our methods and we will call just the function. For that, we want a scanner class for scanning the element. Scanner sc is equals to new scanner system.in. Okay, as in NetBeans, there is one wonderful option. We call it the symbol hint. Because is there something any missing? Like for scanner class, we want a util package, which is missing here. So we can just click on it directly. Just it imports the package. As we can see here, the package has been imported util. So this is one of the most benefited of NetBeans. Now for that, we are writing a while loop for iterating the conditions. While of true means it will continuously repeat until the exit option has been called. Now we are going to print the statements. Wait. Okay, we have to use double quotes inside of it. First, we will write JDBC operations. Already, as we all know that system.out.println is used for printing a statement in our outputs. Okay, just copy it and paste it below. Okay, our first operation is exit. And our second operation is create. Create. Our third option is insert. Our fourth option is drop. Our fifth option is alter. And last option is our select. These all operations we have already seen in DBMS. Now we have to take the input. For that we have to print it. Enter your choice. Okay, for that we have to scan the choice. The choice is in the format of integer type, so we will use next int for scanning purpose. So we have to declare a variable int ch equals to what sc dot next int. Now we will use switch case, switch of ch. In switch case, we will write cases for the above mentioned operations. Now, case 0 will be our exit. For that, system dot exit of some value we have to give, so keep it as 0 in the break statement. And now case 1 is for creating a table, so we need to know the table name first. It is system dot out dot println. Enter the table name. Okay, now we have to scan the table name because it is a string format, so string name. For scanning any string we use just next, sc dot next. Now we want to call a function name as create with a single parameter name. Okay, now break statement. Case 2 is an insert function, so we just need to call the function insert of and break. And case 3, and in remaining cases we will ask the table name. Okay, just paste it. Let it name be 1. The function is drop. So drop of single parameter, which is name 1. Okay, now break. Case 4. Case 4 is for altering a table. For altering a table, we need to know same table name. So we have to paste it. Let it be name 2. Okay, we can write alter as add because altering is adding a column to a table. Add of one single parameter, which is name 2. Okay, break. And our last one is case 5, which is used to see the table content. So here also we are asking the table name for it. Let it name 3. And the function be select of single parameter, which is name 3, and break. Okay, we can see here all the operations have been written. Now we need to write a logic for this in the method. Now we will create a class. Let be all. Class name is all because all methods will be written here. Now we need a scanner class. Okay. Now a method statement we have to declare. Statement st of. In this statement object, we need to create class dot for name, means it is a path of client driver all. For this, we need to copy a path of a database. While we created our database, let's see it is not connected, connected. If not connected, okay. To properties, we can see here the main two links are driver class and database URL. These two are most important for us. Control V. Because this statement object is used to interact with the database. So now we need to create a connection object. Connection con equals to driver manager. Driver manager dot get connection we will use. Okay, here it is asking us a URL, which is nothing but it's a database. Go to properties, database URL. Control A and Control C. These two links are very important in database interaction. Okay, it should be encoded in double quotes. Information is nothing but our user name of database and password. I already told you that keep it as simple as you can because it will be helpful to remember. If you kept different, then you need to type that. Okay, now we can see here are some errors. Click on it, just add them. Another one. Okay, there's an import we can just write as star symbol asterisk, which is because it imports everything from that module library. Okay, yeah, add it. Exception handling should be added. Now we need to create a statement object and we need to return that object. For that, con.create we will use. Con.create statement. Return st means it returns the statement which we have been given. Okay. Yes. Statement should be st. We need to write the data type of it. Okay. Now it is returning a value. Inside of statement, we need to write two more result set functions. It is for update. As if you know these 5 commands, then you can work on update. If you have any doubt, you can comment me on update. Now, first method is what? Create. Void create. Because while we are creating, we are not returning any value or something. String be name. This is the parameter which we have passed down. Okay. Okay, now we need to create a class at all p equals to. It is just a object call of that. Now we need to take a statement object in this statement bs equals st b dot st of this st. This statement object is coming from the above written statement and it is storing in the statement object variable, we can say. Okay, now we will use it for scanning everything. Okay, s dot execute update. Execute update. In this we will write the query. For creating a table we use create table name and the parameters of column names. Okay, create table. While table name is our dynamic, so we need to give it in dynamic. For dynamic we use plus parameters and then the table values. Like s number is our key which takes numeric value. Our student name and student name. Okay, it's best if you don't keep any spaces between column names. If you want space type means you can keep underscore, which is best way. It is a varchar type, so varchar of 20 and another column student marks. Marks is also a numeric, so we'll give it as numeric and keep it as semicolon. And we need to add some exceptions which is already available to us. Okay, and we don't know if the table is created or not. For that we are printing just a statement for our convenience that the table has been created. Table created and we want the table name, so just write it name. Okay, now just we will run it. Click on run. Okay, enter your choice. Let me zoom it. Okay, it is visible. Yes, enter your choice. We need to give our choice, let be 1 because we have created 1. Okay, now we have created a class all and in below section we need to create same. It will be a equals to, it is just an representative object of the class all a. Now we need to assign a value to everything of every of method. Okay, like this. The below methods are not defined, so just we keep them in comments. Okay, these methods are not being defined. Now we kept them in comments. Before running the program we need to ensure that the libraries have been added. Click on libraries, add library. In this java db driver is very important for our execution, so add it. If we see the db driver has been added, so just run the program once for checking it is working or not. Give your choice as one is for creating a table, so enter table name student and enter. Now we can see that table created student. Okay, this message have been shown program has been successfully created. We don't know where the table have been created. Now go to your database in this app. Okay, table, so we can see this is a student which contains columns of 3: serial number, student name and marks. In this way the create function will work. Now we will write another method, that is insert. In insert we haven't passed any parameters, so we will ask him a table name. Enter table name. Okay, take it, scan it by using a string. String name 1, because name 1 already declared variable, so we need to keep another name. So let's keep name 1 se dot next. Now we need to know how many rows that the user want to give. For that we need to ask him the rows, number of rows, and the number of rows. Okay, number of rows will be given in an integer, so take it as int rows se dot next int. Okay, now already we have been declared create. In create we already declared an object, same copy it and paste here for statement object, because statement object works as an execution in SQL queries. So we need to give a for loop for its iteration rows. We written for loop because it helps us to feed number of rows, how much we had given, it will feed that rows. Now in this we need to ask the data. Enter the serial number. It is an integer type. And ask his name. Enter the student name. Student name will be a string. So string student name se dot next. And last column is marks. System.out.println. Enter the student marks. Student marks is an integer format, so we'll write int marks se dot next int. Okay, now we need to insert this data in a row for that statement object, which is a s dot execute update. Execute update. We need to write a database query, which is insert into table name. Insert into table name. Table name is a dynamic, so we need to enter it dynamic. Table name values. So in double quotes, let we take all dynamic as number, and the name is a string, so we need to declare in single quotes first, and then we need to use double quotes inside it. Last one is marks. The query has been written of insert. We can print a simple statement that the data has been entered into a rows. Data inserted. Okay, now we need to declare variables. First int I. Okay, okay, just run this program once. We already created table named as student, so we will insert data directly. Table name is student, and number of rows give us 2. That's big. Serial number 1, student name, let it be San, and marks be 100. Okay, we can see data inserted, means the query has been run successfully in desktop. Now serial number 2, let your frame and enter his marks as 100. You can see data inserted successfully, and we came to our main menu, JDBC operations. Okay, we will exit it. See, the program has run successfully. Now we will write remaining other methods. Our next method name is drop. Drop is used to delete a table from a database. As we can see, we already created a table. Just we need to connect. The table name is student. It consists some data. We can view this data by clicking on it. See, we already inserted this data, and in the above block, we can give any SQL query if we want to check that query is working or not. Like we can give insert queries. Same for checking purpose, we can use this. Otherwise, it is not needed that much. Okay, let's see about the next method name is drop. In this, we are passing a single parameter, which is the table name. Now we need to create an object for the class all, and now we need to use execute update for our SQL query. Now the query is drop table name. Drop table. Our table name is dynamic, so we need to give it as dynamic, which is nothing but name 2. Now let add exception handling to it. And at last we need to close the statement object which we already created. If we haven't closed the statement object, then it will be a deadlock situation sometimes, so it need to be done. Same, now adding a column, void add, and we are passing a string, that is a table name, that is name 33. Okay, now same, create an object for the class all. If you want to create a number of columns, you can use for loops. For our convenient, we will create just one column. Okay. Yes, so we are going to ask them what is the column name. Enter the column name. Column name is a type of string, so we need to declare a variable which is string type, string column 1. Okay. Column name sc dot next. Next is used for strings. Now we need to know the data type of that column. Enter the data type. Okay, data type is also a string, because numeric and vector, these all are declared in a string type only. String data type. And we have declared data type, asking them, and now we have to execute a query on it. Same, execute update is used for that. Alter table and table name. Table name is a dynamic, so we need to keep it as a dynamic. Alter table name. Add column name. Column name is also a dynamic, so we need to give it as dynamic, which is nothing but column 1 c1 name. And we need to declare its data type. And we need to print a statement that the query has been executed. The print a statement that table has been altered. And close the statement object. Okay, now exception handling also added. So for altering, it is ready. Now let us execute this program. Alter. Our choice is 4. Table name is student. Because student table is already exist in database. Column name is total. And its data type is numeric. Okay, we can see that table has been altered, means the column has been successfully completed. Let us check it in our database. Is it created or just executed? Okay, as we can see, this is our student table in our database. Just refresh it. Here we can see total column is created. In this way, alter is done. And our second method is most important, is select, because while we using select, we can see the data which is present in the table. So let us write code for it. Select, we are passing a single parameter, it is table name, that is name 44. Okay, we need to create object for class all, and then for this we need to store the query in a result set variable. So we need to create a result set rs it be. For viewing data in database, we use execute query but not execute update. Remember that for updating or inserting something else, we use only execute update. For viewing purpose only, we use execute query. Okay. Now the simple command everyone know that select star from table name. Table name is a dynamic, so we will keep it dynamic. Okay, we can see here. And now in we need to remember that result set rs indicates the first row of the database, which means C. This S number student name marks total is our first row in RS result set. So for that, moving the data to next, we use rs dot next. Okay, because that will be useful in updating in database. Okay, now while of rs dot next. Why we are using this function? I already told that the pointer rs result set pointer indicates the first row, which is nothing but the names of tables, names of columns. So rs dot next means the pointer moves to the next row where our actual data exists. So for printing the data, we need to use for loops. For int I equals to 1, I is greater than or equals to rs dot get metadata dot get column count. Because we don't know the column count, so we need to know. It is a function column count because it already counts the how many columns are there. So we need not to do anything in that. It is just a library function call. And now we need to print the data. Okay, just we will print the data. For that, rs dot get string is used. Rs dot get string of I. I indicates the row. Okay. Now slash t. Slash t is used for tab space. And we will print it. System.out.println is used for printing the next row in next line, but not continuously. In that purpose, we need to write it. And at last, we need to close the statement object. Okay, and remove the comments. Okay, just run the program. Now we executed every command in every step. So our last one is select. Asking student is our table name and enter. We can see the data has been printed. Now we have seen that the data is printing in a column wise. If you want to print it in as a row wise, just you can remove this println, just keep it as print. For keeping a row in a row like that, just execute it once again. See, this is our actual data which is in a database in row wise. Before we got the values, we got the data, but we got it in column wise, not in row wise, because we used print ln. If you want like that, you can print it. And last command which we haven't executed is drop. Our choice is 3. Enter table name. See, the operation has successfully executed. So our student table has been dropped, means deleted completely. Let us end this execution. Just refresh our table. See, there is no table in our database. It means the drop function has been executed. So this is all about today's session. Let's meet in next session. Thank you for watching us.